Hello there, everybody. I'm getting a bit nervous. How many of us here? 150, that's very good. Let's wait just about a few minutes before we start this presentation. Yeah, hello there, people. Okay. Hello there, guys. I think we can slowly start. There is 100 people here. Let's begin with introducing myself. My name is Danila, and today is the first time I'm trying Canva presentation, and apparently this is not working. Canva, please. Oh, yeah, nice. So I'm currently very new to the network. I'm in the VATSIM network for like 1 year or so. I have just 400 hours as pilot and 80 hours in my first tower trainee. You may know me as 437 call sign, and on my main job, I'm a front-end team lead. How will this presentation go? First, I will talk just a little bit about VATSIM Radar history. Then I will showcase all the features. Then we will find out about when this update will come out. And I will leave like 10 minutes for some questions and answers at the end of the presentation, because there should be some questions. I saw there are some. Okay, let's begin. And we are starting with VATSIM Radar history. This is a very important topic for me because some people here are not from Discord and have absolutely not been in this community for quite a long time. So I wanted, just since this is the first time I'm doing this, I'm even a little bit nervous. I wanted to talk about VATSIM Radar history. So our timeline was started in March 2024. Some of you may remember my original post on Reddit where I talked about the initial idea. And if you guys will like idea about this new service, because I was flying for about half a year, and I was using VATSPy, I was using SEMware, I was using VATGlasses, I was using StatSim, and I just understood that someday that there are so many services I'm using, and no one service is really good, because, for example, VATSPy can show the ground traffic. SEMware works very slowly. VATGlasses has poor design, in my opinion, and there are not services like VATtastic are just not for me, and I couldn't work in a little navmap. So I was like, I wonder if people would be interested in some new service. I asked on Reddit, people were liking it, and first time when I opened my Discord, I think we had like 10 people here, and I was pretty happy that 10 people are using this service right now. That is crazy. So I think I developed VATSIM Radar in less than 2 weeks. I'm in the core of VATSIM Radar, and we went in the alpha stage in April 2024. Servers basically didn't have anything but just aircraft, some overlays, and nothing else. No dashboard, nothing. When we added dashboard, we added some other stuff. We started to become more feature rich. We were working also faster than any service, including SEMware and VATSPy. And we had our first popularity boom in May and June, when we had our first major update 0.40, which went very popular. And then in July, we received fast updates, and that was a very big challenge for us, because nowadays there are only 2 services that are working with fast updates. That's VATSIM Radar, and the second service is Navigraph that launched recently. And it was quite a challenge for us, because we suddenly realized that we don't have anymore that 10 people using VATSIM Radar. We had rather 1,000 people using VATSIM Radar every day, and our servers went into quite difficult time. We ran into some issues. Sergey is here with us here, and he knows what I'm talking about. And this is the first time we really needed money to start operating well, because we needed to buy paid Cloudflare plan, we needed to buy servers very soon, and we will come get here later. And ever since the first updates, we received official promotion from VATSIM. We are now official service opened on map.vatsim.net and .com. And we, through next few months, we were suffering from popularity issues. Any large event, any new promo campaign, and VATSIM Radar is going down. There was some days we weren't working at all for days. Now I think those issues are mostly solved, but we still have something to do. Okay, I hope you guys heard everything I've said. Let me know in chat how do you hear me. Okay, and just for you to know what's happening, some numbers for you. We have over 700,000 visits, 30 terabytes of traffic served in last month, 1 billion requests, and we have some top countries like United States, Germany, United Kingdom, Canada, Russia. Okay, 5 out of 5, thank you. Radio check went great. And currently, I just took some statistics before the stream. We have 10,000 Navigraph accounts, 32,000 registered users, and at least 16 of them visited Radar in last month. I think that's a great stats, and that shows how far we are in just 6 months. All right, now I think we should go with things everybody here came for. Update 050. I think this is our largest update yet, and I'm super happy to present it. Okay, let's start with search. Search is something very basic that everybody here were asking for a long time. Search will allow you to search for flights, ATC, call signs, anything. Offer some flexibility, some customizations. Let's take a look at it live. How do I do that? Oh, nice. Here on my screen you can see the next version of VATSIM Radar. I hope you see it well. And let's open the search and search, for example, for let's find any random aircraft here. For example, this ESA 509er. We can see this flight here. If we remove the numbers, we can see that we have 8 flights, some airport we found. And let's take some airport with ATC, for example, Frankfurt. Here we can also find the ATC for this airport right here. If we, for example, search for aircraft like A320, we will find out that currently it's 274 flights with A320. But we can only see 10 of them, so we go to filters. We, for example, remove everything but flights. And we say that we want to see 75 items per category. And now we can see all of it right here. So search is very basic, but I think many people needed it so much ever since VATSIM Radar came out from alpha. So it will be available in this update as well. Yeah, not only aircraft search. Let's take this. You can also search by person name. You can also search by seats. For example, let's search by name Daniel. We can see there are 2 flights that correlate with this name, and there is even one airport, Danilovo in Russia. So you can also search by seat. So you can find controllers here. You can find some friends here, airports, etc. Okay. Let's go back from search. And short reminder, there is questions feature in YouTube, so feel free to leave questions you like, and I will answer them at the end of this presentation. Okay, Next thing I wanted to show you is, oh, Sabai. Nice. I'm struggling a bit with Canva. The next thing is mobile version. If it opens, please. Opa. Okay, mobile version. This thing is also essential. It's pretty self-explanatory. There is nothing on this slide, on the title, because you don't need much of a presentations to know what this is. Okay, let's switch into browser real quick, and let's open the mobile version. So as I've said, it's pretty basic. Here, search works as well. You can find the updated menu here with a pretty new install application button, but we'll talk about it a bit later. And everything you need basically on this screen with everything optimized. Let's, for example, open this aircraft. It will open this pop-up on the full screen. Let's collapse it for a moment. And let's open this airport here. It also opens. Apologies. And if we stick this pilot and we open another pilot, you will see that we now have 3 overlays collapsed, and you can easily switch between each of them here with a palm of your finger. All right. To edit the search, obviously the iPad version was also improved. Yeah, people saying I'm showing the seats. Well, if you want to find some people, go ahead. I don't know why would you do that. iPad was also a bit improved. But there is nothing much here from a PC version. It's just that you have this burger menu, you have feature airports a bit optimized, etc. But mostly it's the mobile version that was improved. And as well as any other page you could find here, any other page is also improved. Okay. Guys, all questions you want into the questions. It should be sticky in your chat, and you go with all your questions here. I will happily answer them. Okay. Let's dive into PWA. Progressive Web Application. So what is this? People were asking about the desktop version forever as well as for mobile version, App Store version, Google Play version. And before we continue, I just want to say that maybe, with the high possibility, VATSIM Radar will be present in Microsoft Store for Windows and in Google Play. I didn't mention Apple Store here because Apple wants 2 things from us. The first one is $100 per year. Second, they want me to have a MacBook in order to deploy my web application. So since I don't want to buy a MacBook, for now it's locked. I have some friends who've been offering me to give MacBook from there. Some people were offering some simulator running with macOS, with Xcode. But for now, Apple Store will be left hanging. As well as mobile users, Apple users will not have install application button. But for now, let's dive into what PWA really is. So we are on this beautiful screen right now. Let's open About, and we can find a new button here called Install App. So let's press it. It shows this weird pop-up in our browser. Let's click Install, and now VATSIM Radar is pinned on my taskbar. I can set up auto launch for it. It is absolutely separate window. I can uninstall it. I can uninstall it. I can do whatever I want, all in this window. And obviously, it works like this for Android as well. You just click the application, and application is on your home screen with every updates. It's cached. It's ready for very fast opening. So If you want, if it's something you really wanted, the PC version will be available in this update as well. As for iOS users, you have this share menu and add to home screen button. So if you press that, it will do the same thing. But sadly, you will have no install application in your menu, but you're still able to install VATSIM Radar. For now, as I've said, there will be no App Store. Yeah, let's come back to VATSIM Radar. Nice. So as you can see, I have installed the application, so I don't see install app button anymore, and I have VATSIM Radar in my Windows installed. Let's continue. Our next feature is events. This is the feature that was developed by some guy from the community. I think he is not here with us. His name is Thorsten, and he developed this feature for us. I personally didn't want to do events because in future I want to do a really complicated events where you have like calendar. You can sync this calendar with your calendar application. You can open event. You can view the routes on the map. You can view the aircraft that is flying on this event right now. You can, like you could in SimAware, view applications on map. So for now, it's not here. And that's why I didn't want to do events for this release at all. But the Thorsten came in and he just gave me the events. So I decided that those events are very simple, but simple is better than nothing. So I improved it just a little bit, and I'm ready to show you it. Okay. Let's open the events tab. So today we will have the Oslo Monday, Vector to Copenhagen, I fly there, Stockholm Monday, and some other events. For example, let's open Newburgh Monday. Okay, there's nothing here. I think we should find something more interesting. Flight of Condor. I'm sure this will do. Yeah. So here you can see all the events, and if you open the card, you can obviously see the description, the image, the airports. If you click on the airport, it will find it. If it will open it on map, so you can study it, for example. But the killer feature I decided to add here is this routes window. So here you can prefile on VATSIM or SimBrief, or just copy this route. So for example, let's take this route and prefile it on SimBrief. I'm pretty sure I'm not logged in. Am I? Yeah, obviously. Okay, senpai. Let's try this again. Prefile on SimBrief. Now we wait a bit. Oh my god. And when you click this button on VATSIM Radar, you automatically have pre-filed departures, arrive, and the route. So with one click, you already have half of information inside of your SimBrief. You just have to select your airline, aircraft type, and you're ready to go. I personally hope that this feature will help people choose recommended routes more often and don't fly any random routes SimBrief will offer you, because usually recommended routes are more better ones. Okay, so there goes events. And the last feature, large feature, that I want to present you, this is the large one. And this feature is solely why I made this stream at all, because mobile version events are not the big features, as well as search. There's nothing much to discuss about them. We started this stream 20 minutes ago. I talk so much, and yet we just went through many features. But map settings are different. It contains so many things. It was hard for me to even describe them in patch notes. So let's dive into them. For map settings, my goal was to give VATSIM Radar users customization that no other services offer. People were asking me like, I don't like this color, I don't like this color, I don't like transparency of this. And currently, everything you see on VATSIM Radar is decided how it looks by me and our designer Ksenia. No one else gives the decision about how it looks. For example, I don't personally like the new colors for sectors. I don't like how tracks are displayed right now. I don't like its colors, but people like it, most of you. But still, wouldn't it be nice if you could change those? Thank you, Diamor. Let's dive into map settings. So this is an interesting feature. Let's see what we have here. You will have the new for button here in filters. When you enable it, it shows you a bunch of settings. So let's start one by one. Traffic heat map. You toggle this one and it will display the heat map of all the traffic in the world. So for example, Europe is now the busiest one, obviously. The Spain, something is going on in Malaysia. USA, it is KGFK, yeah, obviously. So here you can see how traffic is distributed through the network. It's, again, pretty basic, but now it will be here. Highlight emergency aircraft. Aircraft squawking 7700 or 7600. This one is pretty self-explanatory. I don't see any aircraft that is squawking it now, so I won't be able to demonstrate it. But anyways, it will be now here. Aircraft scale. Make aircraft bigger, make aircraft smaller. Just how you like it. For now, the labels are smaller as well. So don't get too used with it. The counters mode. This one is very good. Many people have asked for this. Let's open the Heathrow Airport and switch departures modes to total departures. So now it's 55 departures from Heathrow total and 32 arrivals. Now let's disable this toggle and set arrivals mode to, for example, airborne arrivals. So 27 arrivals airborne, total arrivals 31, so 4 arrivals are not departed yet. We can change the profile as well, this blue counter. For example, let it show total airport traffic. So total Heathrow traffic is 86 aircraft, and that's actually the number we determine featured airports by it. And we have also added a new counter training. Let me show you on some airport. Anybody? Please. Ulyanovsk. Not even Ulyanovsk. Everyone betrayed me. Oh. I can't find any airport with this counter. Nice. So basically, this will be like purple counter that will show the aircraft who have the same departure as arrival. So mostly those are the training aircraft who are flying circles or something. And this new counter will be available and turned on by default, and you will be able to disable it here. Yeah, I don't see any airport with this counter. Fucking hell. Okay, let's switch to visibility then. Here we have a few new toggles. For example, we can turn off all the labels, so we don't see labels for anything, including for any airport. I mean ATC labels. We can also switch off the first labels, approach, locals, or all of them to get a better view on map. We can disable all the airports, aircraft, gates and runways, and the new feature is the personal info. When we open this pilot, his name and seat are hidden, so it is a bit harder to identify what aircraft this is. I think it's still easy, but many people were asking for this. They were blurring the controller names or something. So now you can turn on and off personal info for the aircraft. The second tab here is airports and traffic. For example, people were saying like, what are those random airports? By default, you see your map like this. There's a bunch of empty. Oh, finally, here's the training counter in Ekaterinburg. Here's the training counter. So an aircraft here had the same arrival as departure on Cessna 172. Here's the new counter. And we have many airports here. They don't have any traffic at all. Let's turn this on and say we would only want to see staffed airports on map. So we disable it and we only see airports that are staffed, has at least one ATC. We can switch this to has ground traffic. So we see more airports, but only those who have ground traffic on them, in them. We can also disable these A letters on the map if the ATIS is the only ground controller available on those airports. So the airport traffic mode, this is the new one as well. Let's take Heathrow again. If we zoom out, we can see all those aircraft who are now arriving into Heathrow. And let's change the mode here in visibility to, by default, it's airborne arrivals. So those are the aircraft arriving into Heathrow right now. Let's change this to airborne departures. Now we can see aircrafts that departed from Heathrow. Let's go further and enable this new toggle, hide when aircraft not visible. If we turn this off, we will be able to see much more checks from all the aircraft that ever departed from Heathrow whenever they are. So I can even zoom here and see what seats they use, what stars they use, and you can take very good pictures from it that were impossible to take before this update. I think this looks nice, and we obviously can set this to ground traffic and take a look at all those aircrafts who are now taxiing, who are taxiing out, etc. Okay, so the ground traffic. This is a new feature as well. By default, when you zoom out, you can see all the traffic in any airport. Heathrow now has some ground traffic, and let's change this to hide if zoomed out. So suddenly, all the traffic that are not yet departed or not yet arrived are now hidden. So you will see much lesser noise on the map. You can even hide, if you zoom further, you will be able to see this traffic. You can even hide all of ground traffic forever, just like in VATSPy. For example, this guy, Emirates, is now landing, and as soon as he will start vacating, he will just disappear from map. And it also has two toggles, apply to current, apply to arrival. So by default, when you have VATSIM account connected and you're flying, ground traffic will always show for airport you're arriving to. Let's continue. Colors. This is my personal favorite. You could already see that I have slightly different colors that you could use too, and slightly different checks. Oh, there's emergency aircraft, by the way. Let's open Heathrow again. Wait for tracks a bit. And now we change to turn them to Magma, or Inferno, or Rainbow, or Viridies. So now you will be able to choose from what tracks colors you will be able to see. For now, we have 4 presets available, and we will maybe have more of them in future. And we can also customize color for almost anything. Let's start with approach Tackle circle. We have a bunch of predefined colors suggested from VATSIM Radar available. For example, let's change this controller to green, or red, or purple color. Or we can enter custom color and let this controller be purple, for example. I think that looks nice, but I prefer the blue one. We can also change the transparency for this controller, so you can also, reduce noise for it. The same goes to gaze, staffed airport, unstaffed airport. You can change transparency. For some you can change the color, for runways for example. For center label, we have a center label. Let's set it to blue as well, or maybe yellow, etc. And the text to dark. Or we can reset it. We can click here and it's automatically reset. We can also change the colors for any aircraft we see. Let's change this to pink as well. Oh yeah, that looks awesome. And when you hover over the aircraft, let it be green. Okay, and we have just customized and it's applied automatically. And we can just reset it in one click. Also, and all these changes applied for this ZEM only. For example, if I switch to light ZEM, it is still red and it's still green. So I press the Sync ZEM button. I can back up my current data and I click Confirm Override. And if I switch to light ZEM, the ZEMs are now fully synced and I see the same thing as on dark ZEM. That can be useful if you like to set the custom colors. If you, for example, set colors that is recommended by VATSIM, by VATSIM Radar, it will be automatically changed in tone depending on what ZEM you chose. And the last tab we have here is Manage. I have only one preset default. So what are presets? If you are not logged in, they are not available. You can only import presets but not save them. And here I can export my preset, for example, save it on my local computer. I can load it. So if I load it, it overrides any settings I had. And I can override each preset with my current setting. I can rename each preset to whatever I like. It will be saved to database. I can delete it, obviously. And let's, for example, delete this preset now. I have no presets. And I can import the preset, for example, from my friend or from my backup. And it will be uploaded to database. It will be automatically validated for any viruses, etc., whatever it may contain. And for example, you have made a very complex preset for you controlling Heathrow. You export your preset, you send it over to your friend, he imports it, he's also a controller. Wow, and you both have the same preset available here. And the reset to defaults button, I think that may be useful because there's too much settings. For example, I just reset that to defaults. I open my preset, I click load, and my preset is loaded again in one click. Okay, and we have some other features I will just very quickly talk about. Quality of life features. For that, let me very quickly open my GitHub because I have saved many things here. Okay, so for quality of life, we have a bunch of new things. For example, your current location in Dashboard Airport and current settings are saved to browser URL. And you can also copy this airport dashboard URL and save this to your bookmarks or send this over to your friend. And you will have the same settings for airport dashboard, and it's very useful when you're controlling. We also have the new share button, so you can share your current position with your friends, including overlays. We have a bunch of new icons added by .develop. For example, Airbus 338, 339er, Airbus T20neo, and other aircraft. As well as some UI optimization, performance optimization, etc. I have a very interesting question from Justin. I know I shouldn't answer on them. Can colors be assigned to aircraft based on destination? I don't think we have that complex integration, but we have colors. We have colors changing in airport dashboard. So in airport dashboard, each aircraft displayed in different color based on its current status. Okay, and the most important thing here, you want to hear about? When will this update arrive? Soon, maybe. Or that was the answer I wanted to give you. But to be honest, we took 2 months, I think more, with this update. That's a very huge time. And this update contains very important features like search, like map settings, mobile version, PVA. Those things are very important for the community. They are very essential. So tomorrow morning. No, why tomorrow morning? Jesus. Tomorrow is the holiday day. Tomorrow we have the Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 releasing. And Microsoft 2024 will be released at 16 Zulu precisely. And I decided that this new update will be released tomorrow at 16 Zulu precisely. So please come visit us tomorrow while your 2024 is downloading. Please also check VATSIM Radar for this new update that is coming out. We have last 2 slides before we dive into questions. The first slide is I want to say special thank you to all of you guys here, 161 people right now, for being part of this huge adventure, because it's crazy to think that only 1 year ago VATSIM Radar didn't exist, and now we have such a great, large community. Also special thanks to our Patreon supporters. I'm sorry, I won't be reading this out loud, but you can see them on your screen. And remember, if you support us in any way, you will get the beta access. And why would you need beta access, you may ask? That's because we will be preparing the version 1 of VATSIM Radar for early next year. And what is expected in version 1? We expect it to have VAT glasses integration developed by Felix. We expect it to have filters, also with presets. We expect it to have the favorite pilot's friends feature, and maybe basic stats like in SimAware, and maybe bookmarks, most likely bookmarks. And if you are our sponsor or part of early adopter program, you will be able to access each of this feature much sooner than everybody else, because we will be testing it. It will have issues, but you will be able to use some features much earlier than everybody else. Whew. That will be all for today. Again, thank you. And let's dive into questions and answers. Stand by. Opa. Let's dive into questions. Can you collapse this for me, please? Question from Rezel XL. How do I do that? Okay. If VATSIM Radar included waypoints on map, including Google, please stop. If VATSIM Radar included waypoints on the map, including aircraft submitted route, will it start drama with Navigraph? Because VATSIM Radar would be offering something for free that Navigraph charges for. No. Each of you could see in bottom left corner that you have the AirRack name, and if you click on it, you can link your Navigraph. So when we do waypoints on map for VATSIM Radar, it will also work on Navigraph, and people with paid Navigraph will receive much more than everybody else. New AirRack, maybe more features. So people will be still encouraged to buy Navigraph for themselves, and that's part of our with Navigraph partnership. Why are some radars not visible on the radar? And that's because people decided not to include those in VATSPy database. We have a VATSPy database and we have VAT glasses database. And VAT glasses usually includes much more complex sectors. And some people decide not to include any sector in VATSPy database at all and only work with VAT glasses. So without VAT glasses integration on VATSIM Radar, you will not be able to see those sectors. Will you in future show the planned route for the aircraft? For now, you can only see the route aircraft passed. Yes, in future we want to include the waypoints on map. That will include all the how do you call it, airways, including all the stars and seats from Navicraft database. And I plan to show the aircraft suggested route, planned route, I mean, based on his route he inserted in SimBrief. Not SimBrief, but I mean the VATSIM. Will the glasses data will be added? Yeah, I just announced that. Could you guys make the colors the same as Flat Radar 24 colors are? I think we just got closer to it, and we may someday do even the Flat Radar 24 colors. Will you ever add a premium subscription? No, I think the Patreon serves as well. I don't need very much money from this project, so I aim to include as less paid features as possible. I don't want to include anything behind the paywall. So the small thing I did, the beta version for the Patreon, and small page for them. Maybe I will do some customization things for Patreon members, maybe extended limits or something. But I don't want to look any feature behind the paywall. Will there be a live streaming tab? That's considering. Is that a standalone or a WebView application? It's complicated. It's basically a WebView, but it's standalone on your PC or your mobile phone. So it's basically still running on Google Chrome, just like the Discord, just like other things. But it runs on much less. It runs without all your plugins or something, so it still feels like standalone application. But it is a WebView. Yeah. Any chance to add pictures on VATSIM Radar like on Flat Radar? That's also considering. Will you... Oh, okay, never mind. What will bring what glasses compared to what VATSIM Radar is already? It will bring the new data source. You will be able to see controllers from different data source, and it will also add vertical splits. So you will see different ATC coverage based on your current flying altitude. So that's fine. Waypoints or map are still planned, Andrei, but not for version 1. I think it will come in 2025, but not in version 1. Okay, and let's come back to the chat. Will there be a VFR map in the future? For now, I don't think so. We are not this kind of application. In future, maybe if you find a decent resource we could use, like we do with open layers, why not? Will you add a 3D model? No. Will there be a PC application? Yes, it will. And I think I will give you like 2 more minutes to add your questions, and then we will be shortly finishing this off. Thank you for your work and bring it to for free and not pay per. Yeah, I have plenty of money on my main work. For now, our current Patreon donations are higher than we use for servers, so I can even spend some money on improving the service or on buying something for myself, so I don't need the paywall. Why? Will we be able to see VATSIM Radar not as website but as an application on computers? Yes, tomorrow. It is included in this update, as I said. Okay, and if somebody has questions, it is the right time to ask them because we will be soon finishing. Are you from Europe? Kind of. If you could say Russia is Europe, yes. If you couldn't, then no. Okay, let's disable the... Do we have any more questions? I don't think so. If you have any more questions, just ask them in the chat right now. And let's give it 1 more minute, and we will be soon ending this stream. Yeah, guys, you're welcome. And remember, we are open source, so anybody wants to contribute, please join us on GitHub, join us on Discord. Update 1.0 is expected at best at January, early January, at best. I think winter. I think during winter you will be seeing the update 1.0. Yeah, click points are working much better than before on the mobile map. I think Oracle. Use that feature when you click on country, it shows the airports and all along the sea. Yeah, maybe someday. Yeah, GB90, there is a beta program running. You can join it via following our Discord. We do applications from time to time. It's closed beta. Or you can donate us. Starting from $5, you will be able to get into our beta access. CPT Alex, are you the only dev? Basically, yes, I am the only developer of VATSIM Radar at the moment. But we also have the Felix, who is now developing VAT integration. We have the guys who developed the events integration. We have some other guys who are willing to join. So I'm the one main developer. We also have the designer that made all the design from VATSIM Radar. But yes, but any one of you can join the develop. Just contact me in Discord and we will sort it out. We will find something for you. Pavel Shmidlovsky, a link to GitHub is located in top right screen on VATSIM Radar. It's not far away. Here on screen you can have the links for GitHub and for Discord, for both of them. I don't think I will add a 3D model like in Flight 24. No, I don't think so. You can add it if you want. I'm too lazy for this. All right. Oh yeah, 3D view is still considering. We are lacking some resources from open layers we are using. So for now, no 3D map, but maybe in future, if open layers support it, we will add it for sure. For now, I think the only map that supports 3D without very bunch of work is the Mapbox, but Mapbox is paid and I don't have the money, even with all of the support, for the Mapbox. For example, Navigraph is made on Mapbox, but I'm not Navigraph, but excuse me, please. Yeah, the donation is monthly, so it's basically you pay the price to access the beta version. I think you can get the beta version starting from $3 or something. I don't think this is much. Will streamers be shown on VATSIM Radar? Not for now, no, but it's considering. And if they will, I don't think we will do the highlight like we did, like Simaware did. For example, you will be able to just click on the plane and you will be able to see it streaming. But I didn't decide on Twitch integration for now. Okay. Nice. I initially planned 1 hour for this whole speech. Thankfully, I speak very fast. I hope you guys understand at least something I told you, I presented you. And thanks everyone so much for joining us. Again, it's a wonderful adventure for me. I honestly love open source. I love doing this. And I can only do this because of you guys. 07.